Please ignore my hair. I just washed it and I'm letting it air dry. I'm getting ready to go to a birthday party. This would be a good time to test out the new Born This Way Too Faced concealer in Super Coverage. I believe they have two different types of concealers and this is the newest one that they just released. I've heard so many things about this concealer, so I really just wanted to test it out for myself. I'm gonna be outdoors, so I really want to see how good this concealer is. I've already put moisturizer on my skin. I'm gonna just quickly put some foundation on. I'm gonna apply some primer first. I'm using the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. It's a little thick, but I like the finish of this primer. I have this super big pimple right in the middle of my forehead, so we're gonna use the concealer today to try to cover this huge pimple. So I need my makeup to last today. I'm gonna use my trusty Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna apply the concealer now. Same packaging as the Born This Way foundation. The bottle is huge. I've never seen a concealer this big before. I mean, if you compare it to the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, which is pretty bulky, it is a lot bigger than the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Born This Way comes with 0.5 fluid ounces. That's pretty much half of what a foundation comes with. The Tarte Shape Tape, you get 0.338 fluid ounces, so you definitely get a lot more product in the Born This Way concealer. So the actual name of the concealer is Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and the concealer is $29. The container looks like a glass bottle, but it's plastic. I got the shade Vanilla, and it is a little bit lighter than my skin tone because I like to brighten and highlight using concealer. So when you take out the wand, it really does pick up a lot of product and it stays right there, right in the middle. It kind of has like a diamond shape. I think that's good because then you can get really close to the corners of your eyes. All right, let's apply this bad boy because I've been waiting to use this concealer for so long. As soon as I apply the concealer, it feels really hydrating. I put a lot on this side and I'm bringing it over. I'm not even dipping again. There's still a lot on the wand. I'm gonna dip another time. And then I'm gonna apply right here, cover that freaking pimple down the nose. I like to do this to kind of just slim down my nose. I'm using a beauty sponge. This is the Sonia Kashuk sponge. And start blending this out. Okay, so the concealer feels really creamy, but at the same time it feels light, like it's not thick. So I kind of want to use a brush on the other side. I like using this Tarte Shape Tape concealer brush just to see if there's any difference. And I like to bring the concealer up to on my eyelid because I use it as primer for eyeshadow. Alright y'all, so this is actually really interesting and I'm actually glad that I did this because I don't know if you guys can really tell, but I can definitely tell that with the brush I feel like it leaves the concealer with more full coverage than with the sponge, and that kind of makes sense because the sponge kind of soaks up. So I actually really like how it looks with the concealer brush. This is probably how I'm going to be applying this concealer. The finish is kind of luminous. It still looks hydrating. I'm just gonna use the beauty sponge a little bit on this side to soak up any leftover product. And then I'm gonna apply a little bit more on this side to even it out. And I'm gonna use the concealer brush. If you want the full super coverage effect of the concealer, I would suggest to use a concealer brush like this one. I will link everything in the description box below. This is freaking good. I think it did a pretty good job covering my pimple that I had right here. Okay, so to set the concealer, I'm using the KKW Beauty powder in shade number 2. There is a new powder that I am gonna try out, but since I've been using this one, I kind of just want to keep it consistent. And I always suggest to set your concealer. If you do not set your concealer, it's going to move, it's going to come off, it's not going to last as long. Once I apply powder, it definitely looks matte now. So I think the concealer looks pretty good. I like the shade Vanilla for my skin tone. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back so you guys can see how the concealer looks once all of my makeup is done. Then check back in later on to show you guys how the concealer held up. Alright guys, so I just finished my makeup. The concealer still looks good. It's around 6:30 right now, so I will check back at the end of the day, let you guys know how the concealer held up and what I think about the concealer, if I like it or I don't like it. But so far I am liking the concealer. I'm not getting a creasing underneath my eyes. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels really nice underneath the eyes. So yeah, I will be back later on and let you guys know my final thoughts on the Too Faced concealer. Alright guys, so it is 2:30 in the morning. I just got back from a quinceañera party, so please excuse my hair. I'm actually a little bit tipsy because it was my cousin's daughter's quinceañera and I'm really close to my cousin, so the party was actually really lit. If you follow me on Instagram stories, you guys probably saw that. Yeah, so I really wanted to just come back and check in with you guys one last time. Oh my god, you guys, I was looking at the mirror right now, the concealer, and it still looks flawless right underneath my eyes. Everywhere else, obviously my makeup is like coming off. It doesn't look as good as it did earlier. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I was literally outside dancing for hours and it's hot as hell here in Houston. It's super humid outside. Actually, I'm not mad at how my makeup looks right now. I just want to say that I really like the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It just stayed put all night. I didn't really have to retouch under my eyes. Right underneath my eyes, I didn't have to do anything. And the concealer still looks good. It's not creasing really badly. So overall, I really like the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. It stayed put all night, even through a quinceañera. I totally approve of this concealer if you guys want to pick it up, especially because you get 0.5 fluid ounces. I think this concealer is going to last me a really long time, especially also because I don't wear makeup every single day. I know for you guys it might not seem like that, but I don't wear makeup every day because I do work from home most of the days, so I don't wear makeup. So I feel like you do get your money's worth. I think it's a really great concealer. I do suggest to use it with a concealer brush. All of the benefits that the concealer has: coconut water, alpine rose, hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is one of my favorite ingredients in skincare because it just helps plump the skin and hydrate it. Oh, one more thing. I also like that it's cruelty free and vegan. It is just a great concealer and I'm actually really glad that I did try it out myself. And I know there's a bunch of concealers that are coming out. I know Becca's coming out with one. I really want to try it because I always just want to try new products. So if there's any new products that come out and you guys really want to know how they perform on oily skin or my skin type, please leave me a comment on social media or on Twitter or anywhere, and that way I'll know to film a video for it. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bell to get notified when I upload a new video. I upload every Monday and Thursday. You guys can also find me on social media. Everything is at SilviaMBeauty. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, even though I'm so tired right now. I'm ready to just knock the F out. I am ready to take this makeup off. I'm a little bit tipsy. Let's be quiet about that. I love you guys and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye! Do you guys see this right here? That is a mosquito bite. Mosquitoes hate me. I think I'm allergic to mosquito bites because they get so big. It bit me right in the middle of my neck.